Why was I laughing so much?
I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody said something about a BLT sandwich.
I don't know.
Yes, you did. And then they said there was no lettuce on it. And then you said it was a BT. And then
I don't know why you died. I thought, like, what the fuck is she on? I said, it was a bacon and lettuce tomato sandwich. And the person goes, but there was no tomato. And so it's just a BL. It's just like a BL. Call it a BL. Don't call it a BT.
I was dying. I can't. Something else about last night that's coming up for me is like just how grateful I am to have so many like-minded friends. And I'm really asking people to think about like who they're spending their time with and who they're opening up their calendar to. Forget about opening up your legs. We know we shouldn't be doing that to everyone. We can talk about that, but it's like common sense, okay? We don't need to be opening up our legs in 2026 to everyone. But like, are you opening up your calendar?
Okay, well, this is a crazy thing. I looked into. I was on a meeting, and I was the facilitator for it and sharing. And I looked and I said, I can't get more time. Okay, I can get a new kid. I can go buy a new kid. I mean, supposedly there's millions out there that we're eating and selling and doing things.
Just go on Wayfair.
There you go. I can get a new husband. I can get a new friend. I can get a new house. I can get everything new. I can't get more time.
Right.
So I love that topic. It's like, who are you opening up your calendar to? Who are you allowing into your space? Because remember, you and I come from a world where we'll allow anyone into our space.
What do you mean?
You'll allow. I've seen recently before
what do you mean, like
were so recovered.
A stranger into like a champagne room type of thing?
Well, not just a stranger to the champagne room, but even people that I would be like, why? That's an ogre. That's an ogre. Number one, why? Not only is he in your bed, but number two, why is he even getting time from you?
Yeah.
Okay, now we don't need to name names. We don't need to go back. That wasn't too long ago, but it was long ago enough that it's a faint memory.
No.
So it's like time. That's what I'm talking about. Are we careful with who we're spending time with?
Yeah, and we ended off our last episode on talking about patience. Like, have some, okay, how do I articulate this? Like, have some patience. And somebody said to me, let people do what they want and you'll see what they want to do.
Oh. Okay.
Like, just let them do what they want and you'll see what they really want to do. And I was talking to you about this earlier, like certain friends, I'm like, they're not calling. And I'm not calling them.
I love that realization when people are like, no one's called. It's like, hello. That's the reality. So, or they call, a lot of people call me because they want something. And because I have tap power, because I am a soul surgeon, people think that I don't need help or that I don't want to be, how are you, Nikki? And so what I've realized too, especially because we are talking, there's so many things going on in the world right now. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are dropping off my timeline. Like that includes family. Nothing has happened. It's not that it's bad. I have vibrated. Let's go deeper. I'm vibrating pretty high. And so in order to meet people, they have to be vibrating at my level.
Yeah.
They have to, because when I was vibrating low, you wouldn't believe the people I meted.
I'd believe it.
It's like there's a lot of low vibrations. And so you meet that same vibration. You have to be vibrating very high. Or what happens if you are vibrating very high, those lower vibrations drop off.
Right. They just drop off your timeline completely.
They just drop off.
So you just have to be so careful about where you put your energy because people like it'll come down fast.
They're called
like
soul
when I was on my
suckers.
way to pick you up, I'm tired. I'm premenstrual. I get a little. It's also a full moon. I don't know. I'm just tired this week. It's not really like me. I normally am very energetic. And I text you and I was like, can you please make me a coffee? But I don't think that you saw the text. And I've been reducing my caffeine intake to 1 coffee per morning, which is a big deal for me because I like to drink a lot of coffee. But my best friend pointed out, she goes, have you ever thought of switching to decaf?
How many were you drinking
I was
a day?
like, every time I would show up, you're like, can I have a coffee? About 4, right?
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And and it showed in my speech pattern.
Absolutely.
And like in my heart palpitation. And
You've heard me say that. You're not sober when you're drinking 10 cups of coffee a day. Like maybe you're not drinking alcohol and you're not smoking crack anymore, but you're having 10 cups of coffee a day and you may be watching a lot of porn.
Yeah.
You see that this is not
and
sober.
I think, and listen, it depends on I just think it depends on the culture. I mean, there's European cultures where they drink coffee all day.
True.
But listen, the point is that I reduced it. I took the suggestion and I reduced it and I felt really good. I started to feel way more energetic because I wasn't crashing.
You don't crash, that's right.
And I love when people open me up to new ideas and then I go and test them for myself and then I have my own experience on it, right? Like I don't care how much coffee you drink, but that's my experience with like reducing my caffeine intake.
I love that open-mindedness, by the way.
Thank you. And so when I was on my way over though, for the first time in like a while, maybe a month, I was craving a coffee in the afternoon because I was not feeling like optimal and we're gonna
It's
film.
amazing. I didn't even bring my cell phone. I'm charging it and I did not see the text.
You did not see the text. Exactly. Thank you. So when I saw you, my energy just came up. And when I saw Anthony, I was like, okay, I don't need a coffee anymore. So it is inside of us.
Well, this is crazy. We're all energy. They convinced us, and those people convinced us that we're something different. Now, you got to go deep in this, and I've spent 5 years unemployed since COVID, so I've had a lot of time to go into different researching. And I saw this clip where basically they prove that we're just all vibrating lights. Like, I don't know how to say it because I'm not a scientist. I'm a soul
Anthony
surgeon.
said something to me yesterday, and I can't remember who he was quoting, but you can put it up there or whatever. Patterns of energy. That's all we are, is just a bunch of patterns of energy. So at the beginning of the celebration that we went to last night, because we were early, it was like a low pattern of energy, and then it started raising through the night. So, and when I'm in traffic on the way over here, I'm thinking I need a caffeine, but it's really, I'm taking in the pattern of energy of being in traffic. And then as soon as I see you, because we're vibrating high, and to take it back to our original point, that's why it's so important not to fucking be around soul suckers. I don't want to be around you because I don't want to have my energy brought down.
Wow. That's interesting about the traffic too. Like that means that like you're collectively, everybody's in traffic. But the person next to you is rushing to daycare. The other person's pissed off, so now all this energy and frequency is around. That's what you were feeling,
right?
And then when you came into, of course, my humble abode, there's a beautiful energy in my house.
I didn't need a coffee anymore.
You didn't need it. You needed some puppy love from Toby.
Yeah, I saw the
dogs. See, it's that simple, but it's the programming, and so. Again, I can't get more time. So I want to be very careful with what I'm doing with my time.
Well, then let's talk about people pleasing, because you and I are we share some traits, and that's kind of whatever, dominant.
Yeah.
Assertive. Some people complain, right? But we can use those as strengths. But the point is that we don't have really a hard time saying no. Is what I'm getting to. But there's a lot of people watching that have a really hard time saying no. So for us, it's easy. Like, no, I don't want to fucking spend time with you.
Yes. Okay. So
but there's a lot of people that have a really hard time because they've been friends for 15 or 20 years. And like, they know it's going to be a low vibration dinner, but they go anyway. Yeah, and then it takes.
Let me go deep on that people pleasing real quick. Because it's very dishonest. I've told you this before. People go,
lying.
I'm just people pleasing. You're being dishonest. And that's a low vibration. And that's a fake energy. And so what I would suggest to people like that, about like, let's do that's an example. You've got to go and you don't want to go. You find a compromise here. Does that make sense? Where if it's family, are we talking about family? Are we talking friends?
I think we're talking friends.
Because you can just say straight up no.
That's what I mean. Like, let's practice saying like no. Because somebody told me about this muscle test. And, when you feel like a screw tightening here, that's a no. Okay. And then when my body feels relaxed and that energy, that pattern of energy that I talked about before, like that's a yes. It's that simple. But when I'm blocked with, the calamities and the drugs and alcohol and all the things, I can't really feel that. But when I'm clear, I can jive with this muscle test.
Okay. Well, here's another problem that people do, people pleasers. They don't take the time. They respond right away.
Okay. Exactly.
They don't pause. See, that's me. I'll say yes, because I am a people pleaser. And I'll say yes, and then I'll regret the yes, and I'll be obligated to it instead of taking the time to really use my discernment
Okay.
To talk to other people. Is this helpful? To get counsel?
Or even just to feel that body.
Yeah, to really know that inside.
Because it's not going to happen in 0.2 of a second.
No. So I would say to people pleasers is pause before you answer yes or no to anything. Take time. That brings you back to meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why we're always in meditation, our thought life. We're always thinking about what is the most helpful thing to do. And then like you may say to me, well, Nikki, I have to be helpful. I have to go see my mom, but your mom's eating your soul right now. So that would be people pleasing. Do you see what I mean? So it's better, like we talked about the other day. Okay. You and your mom.
Okay.
Your mom wants to see you right away, or she calls you every day. It's like, number one, that's not helpful, and it's eating your soul. So you're going to have to,
because we're on different frequencies. So she's older, she's retired, she's moving at a bit of a slower pace, and I'm taking in all this information and everything's coming to light in the world, and I'm at a different time period in my life. I'm in my mid-30s in 2026, which is unimaginable. It's like we are in our mid-30s. We are trying to have families. We are trying to run businesses. We are trying to buy homes, and like we're just going, and it's going crazy against the grain. And so that's a different frequency than somebody who's 70 years old. So when those frequencies come together in the middle of the day on a phone call, it's like two different radio stations.
I get that. So now what do you do? Now, okay, again, it's being, like we said, we're watching people, we're observers, we're all observing, because I'm you, you're me. That's you.
Yeah.
And I don't mean because I know, I see the fear in your face. Sorry. I get up and hug you.
No, listen, but I think I see where you're going with this. Like, if I am unable to like give that grace to my mom, but I do that to men, like make them my source of entertainment, like my partner.
I've seen you do that.
Right. So it's like, I'm now like, don't call me mom and expect me to be your source of entertainment. Yet I'm picking up the phone and calling Bobby and needing him to be my source of entertainment.
That's right. I've seen you do it.
So that's being mad at people for doing what I do.
Do you see we're all mirrors?
Yes.
Do you see that this is Earth School? That's why we're here. We never graduate, but we're learning. So this is a great conversation and more realization that's an opportunity, right? For you to start practicing how you want people to treat you and how you want to be treated. So what would you do? So your mom calls you. So number one, you're not going to call Bobby
with every little waking thought.
No.
It's like I need to train myself on how to go to God first. I was speaking with this woman, I was sponsoring this woman on the phone, and she's been married for like a super long time. And we were talking about this very subject, and it's like things that she goes to her husband on are really things that she needs to be going to God on.
Okay.
It's not your husband's
job.
job.
There it is. Let's just mic drop it here. I got to look at the camera. One person can't be your everything.
No.
That's what we're all looking for. We're looking for one person to be that everything. And here it is. Your mom plays a role for you. I play a role for you. You get a little bit of this from me. That's what I realized even with Mr. Luxembourg. This guy is crazy in a good way. And I want him to be, he can't. So I know that now. He will never give me that.
Expecting people to be what they are not.
He's never going to give that
to me. You get in a
me.
relationship with somebody, you know that they're a player, and then they cheat on you, and then who are you mad at? You?
Yeah.
Because be mad at you. You picked him.
That's right. You made decisions based on what you want in that moment. And it might not work out the way you want it to work out. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have to take responsibility for that. But so this is what I've learned is I get this from that person. I get that from that person. I get that. And it all collectively, I get ultimately everything I need.
And how good is God for putting these people in our path?
There you go.
And how grateful am I to a program that gives me the clarity so that I can see the value in people and the people that don't serve me so quickly. The discernment. Explain what discernment is really for the people that don't know, because this was really helpful to me.
Did I describe that for you before?
Yeah. You did.
Shoot, I always forget what I say. I'm old, I got menopause. But what's discernment is the ability really to decipher the true from the false. That takes time.
Right.
That takes time to decipher and then how do you use discernment? Well, it comes down to people like us. Is it helpful? Not just to other people, but to ourselves. Because if our cup's empty, we can't help other people. A lot of people don't have discernment. It was like the discernment for COVID. And I'm always going to talk about it. So if you guys have a different point of view, that's great. We welcome it, because you really have to see this. Not you. I have to see.
Mm-hmm.
I have to see statements. I have to really see all sides. Like right now, the world's in chaos. I'm really looking at both sides. Of all sides. Do you see what I mean? What is this side saying? What's that side saying?
Well, it's like our algorithms
Mm-hmm.
are one-sided.
That's it.
So like your algorithm is crazy and it looks exactly the same, right? But Anthony's algorithm might be like completely different.
Yeah.
Like I said, all these people are sending me stuff about Greece because my family's Greek, and we're being bombed right now because we're military bases for the US and the UK.
Okay.
And so, but like my feed looks like that, but that's because I follow a lot of Greek stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Many places are being bombed, but I don't know about it because that's not what my feed is telling me.
Oh, I love this thing.
Does that make sense?
Oh, well, yes, and here it is. Shut your fucking phones off, and then there's no problems. Turn the television, turn it off, turn off, and then there's no war, there's no bombs. Because if I really got centered into my world in Toronto, Canada, I live right downtown in the heart of the city, okay? And if I shut off everything, there's nothing. There's no problems. I don't see protests on my street. I don't, in my little
pocket.
In my little pocket, it's literally heaven. And I live in hell, okay?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So if I shut that stuff off, I have no problems. There's nothing missing. There's nothing missing. Everything's exactly the way it should be. But the minute I get my phone out, the minute I start getting engaged in these things,
it's game over. Like the thoughts just start to drift. And we did a short about this not too long ago. Like we also have enough, like I like to be informed. Okay, that's fine. But to drift on it is to be a disservice to my own community, because my community is right in my backyard. And what I do is I help women find the light. That's what I do, that are right in my backyard. So I don't have the energy to do that and worry about what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on in Greece.
Okay, someone send this podcast to my cousin, and I've got 50 of them. Here it is. My cousin, we were at a family party recently. This is the last family party I'm going to. I will go to family, but not in a big group. It's not, they're twisted.
Oh, I can't do big
You
groups.
understand what I'm saying? We have different point of views. It's a weird vibration. But my cousin has gone to every single Palestine protest, and
she has not.
God bless her if that's what she wants to do with her time. And I said to her, because we have a 97-year-old auntie, she is the matriarch of our family. She has no children. There's 50 plus nieces and nephews. My cousin and myself are her power of attorney. That doesn't mean that people can't go visit her. Right. I looked at her and I said, I'm not going to name her, but I said, Auntie, when can we see you? Come and have lunch with me and Auntie. Because Auntie's got Alzheimer's, so it's easier when I have someone there to talk. Like, you should come, please come, and the old folks' home. It's just fun.
No, it's easier with another person.
It's easier with somebody else, right? So I said, she said to me, well, if you want to see me, come to the protest. And
what?
She said that to me. I grabbed my purse. I said, I got to make a phone call, family. I started walking and I walked right home. I never turned back.
I could not deal with that.
I could not. I didn't say, I didn't make I just left. I thought, how dare you? We've got Auntie in this building, which is like prison in Canada for the long-term care homes. And like you said, you're not helping the people in your backyard, in your own family unit.
Like you can go visit an elderly
family,
person,
but you'd rather be at a protest every weekend.
That's my point. It's like we have enough, like I have enough stuff, there's enough drug addiction in the city for me to just like fill my cup with service to other people that are suffering.
Without having to go and I don't know. I mean, if that's your calling, if that's her calling, but it was like, she's so worried about other people, but we're not even caring about the people in our own house.
And go further, like it starts with your relationship with yourself if you're going to be of service. So like, are you doing all of the things that you need to do for you to be optimal before you go over to that protest? Like, are you brushing your hair? Are you brushing your teeth? Are you making your bed?
No, she's a hot mess right now. She's divorced. And
I know.
I'm like, you need to shape up because you're a young, beautiful woman and someone will want you, but she's so focused on everything else. She looks like she's turned into, it's like, pluck your mustache, woman. I mean, we're Lebanese. We're hairy as hell.
Okay.
It's like, lady, you're starting to look like auntie. Like, I got to go over there and pluck auntie. Do I got to pluck you? No.
Right.
Like, start doing self-care. Start caring about what's right in front of you. Everyone is so distracted.
The next right action. I remember our friend Megan early on in my recovery was like, Jessica, you are not allowed to think. You're not allowed to think. And what does that mean? It just meant that I'm not allowed to think about the step after the next step. So I have the next right action, and like that's where I'm going with it. Like I know what I'm doing at 6 after this, but like I don't need to invest so much time in thinking about tomorrow because I've already organized my calendar. That's just called being responsible, but I don't need to sit there and think about it and worry about it and mull over it. Like it's tomorrow.
I remember I was like planning this big life with Stefano in Luxembourg in Europe.
Plans and designs.
I had all these plans and designs, and then it was like, wait, what? The world's shutting down? I can't get on a plane? 2.5 years, all my plans and designs cut.
Okay, let's talk about plans and designs, and like let's do a call to action around plans and designs, because that was really, really helpful for me, for someone to just be like, stop fucking thinking about your stupid little plans and designs. They do not work.
Okay, so what does that look like? That looks like you get a calendar. Okay, in your day timer, you keep putting it your phone. Mine's at home, and you write down everything. You write down that you've got to go to work. You got your discipline. You're going to see grandma on Sundays. You've got your volunteer activity here.
Your
You've got
church,
the kids,
whatever. Go see your best friend's kid.
You've got the kids' dance classes. You've got all of these things planned, and you've got them all there. Okay, because you're disciplined. You got your gym time. You're disciplined. You got your everything planned, and then what do? You let it go.
Okay, you leave it with God.
You leave it. You don't just sit and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
These are the, I'm going to just sit and do nothing and just stick ho-hos at my and Twinkies at my bum.
We never sit and do nothing while waiting for God to help us out.
So you do the plan, you got the plan, and then you're not interested in how it turns out. This is radical trust.
We're not obsessed with the outcome.
I think I shared it, and I share it. I hope it doesn't get back. Anyway, I had this. It's so anonymous here, and we share a lot of experience here. But I had this. I'll just call her a friend, because she was more than that. She was actually one of my in a higher, like a spiritual guide, whatever, blah blah blah. But she was always worrying about her son, and she wanted me to believe in her God. Finally, I called her out. I said, "You want me to believe in your God?" I mean, this is like a high up leader in that kind of organization, these kind of religious organizations. You want me to believe in your God, but you're worried about your son.
Because you're not trusting God.
You're not trusting God. This person never talked to me again about her son.
Right.
Ever. And I know her son's still not well. But I thought, how do you want me to trust in what your belief system is when you don't even trust in your own belief system?
Yeah, and it's painful to tell somebody, like, hey, stop fucking thinking about this thing that's so important to you and so painful to you. But that's what surrender is. That's what the Bible begs us to do. Like, surrender it to God. He does not want us down here begging and pleading and bargaining.
So you asked the question, how about plans and designs? It's really, and I love it because if anybody, everyone's on YouTube, everyone listens to stuff. It's the monad. So do some research into the monad. Just Google whatever videos come up on the monad. And the monad means oneness. Okay. It's basically the law of one.
Okay.
And that's what you just quoted the Bible, or you just said the Bible. And so Yeshua came and we're going to use all, I don't care what religion you are. I don't care. Everyone's welcome here. We're a spiritual couch here. We're spiritual people. Spiritual couch. So we're not going to anybody or anything. We're collecting all the information. But he said, I and the Father are one.
Right.
We're all one. I and the Father are one. It's already done. Do you see what I mean? It's already been
decided.
It's already been decided. Everything is decided. Everything's done. This is the stuff, like, this is what I put the other day. I'm a philosopher. When they ask you what your occupation is, I put I'm a philosopher. Because remember, we're like, oh, Socrates was a philosopher. Where the hell are the philosophers today?
Right.
We still talk about it. So I think you and I, that should be our new title. Like, we're philosophers. And then I think the other day I said to you, like, or I don't know if it was here, somebody, I was watching this thing and they said, who was the richest person in 1784?
Who was it?
No one cares and no one knows. No one gives a shit.
No, they don't. You're right.
No one is going to give a fuck on us.
Okay.
In 2091.
Okay, you're right.
No one is going to give I'm born in 1973. No one's going to care about me in 3051. 3051.
Yeah, we don't need to be over here worrying about fucking barking tickets.
Do you understand? Like, it's crazy. Like, that blew my head. The guy looked at the guy and goes, do you know who the richest person was in like 1783? And the guy, like, no one cares. No one even knows.
No one knows about that.
No one cares. There's a handful of people that we still talk about today. Who? You see what I mean? Like,
I do.
Like, who? Like, we're not thinking about the other zillion of people who have been on the planet over 10,000 years. More than that, billions. I don't even know, because everything I've learned is a lie. Everything I've learned, everything they taught me is a lie.
Everything is coming to light, though.
Yes, it's the most exciting
It's the most exciting time to be alive. And I'm just so grateful that I get to share truth seeking with you and other people that are actually like interested in knowing what the truth is. Because this isn't about an opinion. Like, we're not here to share an opinion. It's literally just we're talking about the truth.
Well, here's the truth. I don't fucking know.
I have no idea. Like this, it's crazy. It's what's going on is crazy. What's being revealed is crazy. More is going to be revealed. That's another line that really helped me and helps me. And, you know, and you would just say it to me, and Megan would just say it to me, and we would just say it to each other. More will be revealed. I got into a fight with my husband, mother, brother. I lost my job. I got a new job. I don't this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter. More will be revealed. That is always going to be the answer. You can't plan, and that's why you can't really plan too many steps ahead. You can write it down. You can use a little template, but you can't, because the next thing that's going to be revealed to you is going to reveal what the next step is. If we knew God's plan, we would just blow our fucking brains out.
You would kill yourself right now if you knew, and that's what I love. We do not know God's blueprint. If we knew the blueprint if you knew the blueprint for your child's life, if you knew the blueprint for anyone's life.
Oh my God, my poor mother, she would blow her fucking brains out.
If your mom knew the blueprint for your life, she would have killed herself, and you wouldn't be even on the couch, okay? Sandra, I love you. Okay, and my mom too. She would have just died. They're warriors, like warriors. So I'm excited. You've got me real excited about the future. Everyone's sitting here crying over I don't know what you're crying over, because I think I called you 2 weeks ago, and I said I haven't paid my property taxes because last year I didn't pay them. Not that I don't want to.
It's hard to catch up lately. People are.
I've never been this way. I'm type A. Everything.
But this is the most humble time of all. Like, there are people that would never even dream of saying that they're struggling or that they're behind, and everyone is kind of connecting on the fact that they actually are having the humility to say, like, you know, tough times for everyone,
for everybody. So so normally, because my old personality, number one, I would have sold Jessica by now for the property tax money. I would have sold a kid. I would have done something very strange.
Right. You would have gone into panic mode, and then I
would have done some really sick things. I would have said things, done things just inappropriate, and even to my mom.
I would use the word. I was meditating on this earlier, like, to describe the way that I was before, and it applies here. Ruthless. Like, what property tax bill? I would do anything to get it out of my way.
Yeah, me too. And so, and that's me. And so it's gone. This last year didn't. So now, you know, there's a new year here, and now I got to pay this year's property tax.
Fuck.
So that's why I called. Like, fuck, I'm behind last year. I'm behind this year. And what happened? What did I tell you? I said,
okay, explain it to me again, because it's a miracle.
It's a miracle. And so, long story short, I have this money that's kind of locked up till I was supposed to be 55. I'm 52, and you have to pay taxes, but I haven't had a job in 5 years.
Okay.
My tax return has said 0 on it for the past 5 years.
Okay.
I don't have a real job, right? And so, long story short,
because we don't belong to the Matrix.
Nope. And so, long story short, somehow I was talking to, you know, where this is invested and stuff, and I can get it now.
Who would have thought?
Who'd have thought? I can get it before 55. I can get it now. It'll pay off not just this year, not just last year. It will pay off next year's. Am I going to go on a cruise on the Riviera? No. Am I going to be responsible with it? Yes. But the point of what I want to tell you is that I did completely something different than what I normally do. I just trusted. I believed that it's happening. It's done. And so it is. It's radical thinking. It's more than manifestation. It's a radical belief system.
Yeah, and it's also like we touched on before. It's also acting as if, because I don't know about you, but me personally, when I'm in a jam, so to speak, like the one that you just described, there's hell to pay for everyone before my spiritual experience. So I'm acting like I'm in a jam. So I'm man, right? I'm getting more of that lack energy because I'm such a fucking bitch to be around. But when I am practicing spiritual principles, no matter what my circumstances, I can be better. I can act better. I can be kind. I can be loving. I can be tolerant. I can be patient. And nobody else around me would know that there is a problem because there isn't a problem.
There's no problem. It's fake news. No, I go to any extreme. I even, baby daddy number one lives in California, and we never had an arrangement for child support. You know, I Googled, and there's someone in California that went and got back pay. And I was like, I'm going to go collect my back pay. And my daughter's 33. The dad's left, like, written a will and put everything in her name. Like, I don't need to go back and collect child support from years ago. Like,
Right.
That's my thinking. And now it was just like, oh, well. And as I zoom out and see, wow, you know, none of that's helpful. None of that thinking's helpful. I'm in abundance. I look back, baby daddy number one, you actually need my money. Okay. So you see what I mean? It just all works out.
Right.
It just all works out. And so I like to implore everybody and our listeners and people out there, if it can happen for two crazy bitches, witches, God's children, it can happen for you. I mean, this is it. It's like, I always do think it's for someone else.
Yeah, let's end on, let's just meditate on miracles.
Miracles.
Miracles.